Good morning, beautiful person. Greetings from, I don't know how well you can see, Winter Wonderland. That is Winnipeg this morning. We had a lot of wet, heavy snow. Thankfully this year, unlike last October, the trees have mostly lost their leaves, so they're holding up okay. Last year in October it was terrible. We lost a whole bunch of trees, which still haven't been replaced. But thankfully this year, and this wasn't a storm, this was just a snowfall, but it's very, very wet and sticky. So hopefully you won't get to see me fall in real time. Anyway, my name is Hadassah Vitar. I am a life coach and a wellness advocate, and I help beautiful, good humans like you choose life. And what do I mean by that? Especially if you're an American, you might be wondering what I mean by that. My mother passed away at the age of 69 from complications of diabetes. She did not get to see my children grow up. And it wasn't because she didn't know how to take care of herself. She just had other priorities until it was too late. I don't want that to happen to me, and I don't want that to happen to you. And that's why I'm here talking to you and trying not to slip. So, stressful times. If you are in Manitoba, as I know some of you are, then you know what I'm talking about. We've had a really bad spike in cases. We are currently per capita leading the country. We do not want that kind of leadership. I know it doesn't compare with what's happening in some other places in the world, our neighbors to the south, but it's still bad enough. Our chief public health officer, Dr. Brent Roussin, said that if we continue the way we're going, it is now Wednesday, he expects that we will have had 5,000 cases by the end of the week. In July, we had no active cases. So, our hospitals are starting to fill up, our ICUs are starting to get a little strained. So, stressful times. So what can we do about it? Of course, we can all take our precautions, wear a mask if you're in a public place. Try to stay at least 2 meters away from other good and beautiful humans who unfortunately may be breathing stuff on you that you don't want. And limit your contacts. Seriously, he was telling us stories about people who knew they were positive and had people over, or this person who went to a big gathering where they picked up COVID-19 and then they went to visit somebody in a personal care home and started an outbreak there. So use your brain, please. But anyway, here's what I wanted to talk about. This is all very stressful. What do we do about that? So there's all these measures we can take to keep ourselves and other people safe, but it doesn't really deal directly with the stress that we might have. Although knowing that you're taking action is definitely better than feeling that you're a helpless victim and you can't do anything. So there is that. But there are a few other things. So I've mentioned it before, but I do want to talk about it again because it's that important. So first of all, limit the amount of anxiety-inducing stuff you are consuming. There's not that much news in the world that you have to keep watching it all the time. If you have your TV or radio on in the background all the time telling you how terrible things are in the world, it's not going to help you feel better. You can get all the news that you need in a maximum of 30 minutes a day. You really do not need, just pay attention here. You really do not need to have it constantly going and constantly reminding you. Oh, hi, Gwen. Thanks for hopping on. Nice to see you. So number one, limit the amount of anxiety-inducing content or material that you're bringing into your life. Know what you need to know. You don't actually need to know all the terrible, terrible things. So there's that. Number two, try and move your body at least a little bit. And if you can go outside and get some fresh air and hopefully some sunshine, I see the clouds are parting here too, then even better. But move your body. My friend Kaylee, my friend and coach Kaylee actually made a post today in which she said that if you can move your body and you don't, you're being ungrateful. So that's something to think about, because who wants to be ungrateful? Because gratitude is actually the other thing I wanted to talk about, being that it's Wealth Wednesday and all, which I will probably do online today. But if you can move your body, if you can, put on a little yoga video, if you can't go outside, sit in a chair and pump your arms, bring your heart rate up a bit if you can, if you're allowed. Obviously, if raising your heart rate is bad for you, don't do it. But if you can, try and raise your heart rate a bit, get yourself moving. Exercise is the best antidepressant out there. And and if you can do it outside, it's even better for your mood and for your body. But right now we're talking about mood and relieving stress and anxiety. So number one, reduce the amount of stressful content you're allowing into your world. Number two, move your body, even if it's just a little bit. And number three, practice gratitude. Okay? There's always something. Now I know I'm not trying to exude toxic positivity here. And I know that if you are grieving the loss of a loved one, or even just the loss of a celebration that didn't go the way you had hoped. This year we've had my daughter's graduation from high school. We've had a special birthday for my husband. All sorts of things that we wanted to celebrate in ways that we just can't. My daughter's turning 18 in a couple of weeks. I don't even know if we'll be able to take her out for a drink. That's the drinking age in Manitoba. I don't even know if we'll be able to do that. We might just be doing it at home, which is not what we planned. So grieving these things is completely legitimate. And feel your feelings, absolutely feel your feelings. But it also is good to look around and find some things to be grateful for. If you're in a warm house when it's snowy and cold outside, be grateful. I saw a TV report yesterday about a homeless encampment in the city, which is causing so many troubles for the neighborhood that they're talking about evicting them. So if you're in a warm home today, be grateful. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about today, rambling on and on. So just want to let you know, I've written a whole bunch of tips for reducing stress, just to remind you what I was talking about today. Number one, reduce toxic content. Number two, what was number two? Use your brain so you don't forget what you were talking about. Number two, move your body. Number three, practice gratitude. So if you would like the other tips that I have them in a PDF. Just drop me a message. I'll be happy to share them with you. So you have a great day. Remember, I love you. Drop me a message if you want that PDF. Talk to you again soon. Bye.